Hi, everybody. It's Mrs. Tabik. I just wanted to show you an example of how I would love for the discussion groups to go with your poems. And in order to do that, I have one of my own discussion groups here from a class I was taking earlier. So we were asked by the teacher, and this is what you're going to see. You're going to see something from me. My picture will be up here somewhere. Um, but you'll see a question from me to get you guys started. And then I will be able to see all of your responses down here. And I know you know how that works, but I wanted to show you a couple of other things. First of all, some people don't know where to click to just reply to the main question. So right here you have your main question. Here is where you would click to reply. We're not searching. If you're searching for a specific student, then that's what you would do right here. But if you're just replying to the main question, you want to click here and then you type up your response to the question as specifically as possible, and then you click on post reply. Now, once you click on post, if you're not the first person to post, it will come down here in order. So you can tell here that Miss Savannah is the first person who posted, and Janae is the second person, and Kyle's the third person. So they're replying to the actual post itself. And then you can tell whether or where these other folks have come in and replied to this person. So if you look, you see that Byron Havard, who is the teacher, actually replied specifically to Savannah. And how he did that was he clicked on this reply button. Now I could go in and continue the conversation and reply to Byron Havard, or I could come down here and we have Janae answered the original question, Kitty answered Janae, Audrey chimed in with what Kitty and Janae were both saying. So you just want to, I could reply to Janae here, or I could reply to Kitty here, or Audrey here. But you can see that there are a few conversations from different people. There's no other reply here, which probably means that she put in her response a little later than everybody else. Um, but here you've got Ebony, and then you have Audrey replying to her, and then you have Ebony talking back to her. So I really would like this to run like a discussion you are having with each other. It would be silly to just have 8 people answer this question as quickly as possible and then move on. That's not the point. And we've already talked about how learning is a social activity, and you can learn a lot more from each other than you can from someone babbling at you or just sitting around by yourself. But I did want to show you one other thing. Um, these students in this class have taken a lot of courses together and we've gotten to know each other. We've never met each other. So it's not something you should worry about as far as not knowing someone or not getting along with someone or not liking someone. That's not the point. The point is, and just keep this in mind, that you learn something and you're able to talk about the poem in some kind of intelligent way. Like you've read it, you have some thoughts about it, you've developed some opinions about it. um, so let me show you one thing. Like this one, we have Audrey, who we were talking about social media and the barriers of social media when it comes to school. So she put in her post, and then Amber came in and said, I agree. And then she went on to explain why she agrees or why there's a different way of looking at it. Um, and then we have Audrey asking a question. So it's a discussion. It goes back and forth. Let's see. And then you have Eric giving his response, and then Audrey asking him a question to clear up what he said. She doesn't quite understand what he means, so she goes in and says, okay, here's what I think you said. Is this what you actually meant? Just to get an idea of what his real intention was, and to clear it up for herself. Um, so lots and lots of going back and forth and discussion and really reading what people are saying, and then thinking about how you can respond to that and how you can add to the discussion. Not how you can just say, oh, I agree and move on, or oh, I didn't think of it that way and move on. So I will try to be in and out of the discussions, to kind of help you guys along with that. And that's about it for right now. One other thing I did want to show you. Let me go. If you wanted to search for yourself, let's say, you've got a whole bunch of, there you go, whole bunch, and you want to just find your own, you go like this. I can click on it and find it in the discussion. I just wanted to show you this. You do not have to, if you don't like what you wrote or if you want to change it, you can go in and click here and click on edit. And it will leave everything up there, and you can go in and edit, you can add, you can change a misspelled word or whatever you need to do, and then you can resave it and it will allow you to do that. And that's it. All right, thanks guys. Happy discussion groups.